No. Prepare yourself for the witness box.
What is your name?
Gail Tempest.
What is your occupation?
I'm a dancer.
On the night of February the 13th, were you working at the Black Bottom Cafe when this murder was committed?
Yes, but I didn't do it.
Then who killed Kirk Robin?
I don't know.
Didn't you kill Kirk Robin?
I object, Your Honor, and ask that the last question be stricken from the records. It is merely an attempt to influence this intelligent, broad-minded, and most intellectual jury.
Objection sustained.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That is all.
Find the ladder.
Quiet, Polly. If it please the court, Your Honor, at this time I would like to introduce my three main witnesses, Howard, Fine, and Howard. They were here a minute ago. Will you pardon me, Your Honor? I'll be right back.
Hey, what's the idea of spoiling the game?
I was for onesies.
Well, here's twosies.
Oh, he was a onesie? You get him to...
Here's fivesies.
Gentlemen, don't you realize Miss Gail Tempest's life is at stake?
Oh, Gail.
Gentlemen, please try to be a little more quiet in the court.
Certainly, Judgy. The gate is locked.
Will you please step forward? No. Prepare yourself for the witness box.
Take off your hat. Now raise your right hand. Now place your left hand here.
Take off your hat.
Raise your right hand. Now put your left hand here.
Please take off your hat.
Raise your right hand. Now put your left hand here.
Will you please take off your hat?
Raise your right hand. Now put your left hand here.
Take off your hat.
Raise your right hand. Will you get rid of that hat?
Raise your right hand.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Huh?
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Are you trying to give me the double talk?
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Why don't you answer him?
He's talking pig Latin. I don't know what he's saying.
He's asking you if you swear...
No, but I know all the words.
He's asking you if you'll swear to tell the truth.
Truth is stranger than fiction, Judgy Wudgy.
Kindly address this court as Your Honor and take the oath.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Certainly. What have I got to lose?
Take the stand.
Where'll I put it?
No. Take the stand.
I got it. Now what'll I do with it? Sit down. Sit down. I'm a victim of circumstance.
Who you hitting?
Oh,
Go on. Be quiet. Proceed with the case.
Were you in the Black Bottom Cafe on the night of February the 13th?
certainly.
Did you at that time see the defendant, Miss Gail Tempest, in any way, shape, or form commit or try to commit bodily harm to the deceased Kirk Robin?
I object, Your Honor. Counsel's trying to lead the witness.
Objection sustained.
Mr. Howard, did you see Miss Gail Tempest in physical fight with Kirk Robin?
If it pleases the court, may I suggest that counsel be instructed to allow the witness to testify to what he saw.
I say, Jasper, what comes after 75?
76.
That's the spirit. Request granted. Proceed with the testimony.
Mr. Howard, kindly tell the court what you know about the murder of Kirk Robin.
Well, it was like this, Mr. Court.
Address the judge as Your Honor.
Well, it was like this, my honor.
Your Honor, not my honor.
Why? Don't you like him?
Allow the witness to proceed. The court understands him.
Thanks, Corder. You're a pal. Well, me and my pals, we're musicians. We were tearing up some hot swing music in the orchestra. Gail over there was swinging her fans. Her sweetie, Kirk Robin, was inhaling a bottle of hooch at a table. And a hoofer by the name of Buck Wing was getting ready to shake his tootsies.
Kindly speak English and drop the vernacular.
Vernacular? That's a derby.
Drop the vernacular. No, not that. Talk so the jury can understand.
Is everybody dumb? Say, Judgy, if you let me, my partner, and Gailey kind of act it out for you, we'll show you just what happened.
If counsel doesn't object, that's an excellent idea.
No objection.
No objections.
No objections. Okay, Gailey.
I'll sue you for this. Oh, superstitious, eh?
Oh, vice-eye kid.
Gentlemen, you must control your killing instincts. Proceed with the testimony, please.
Proceed.
That was sure hot, Mo. Hey, Larry. Listen.
Please omit the rest of the entertainment and continue.
Now, Gailey's dance was over. I stuck my head in the office door, and I saw Craig Robin and Buckwing arguing over by the parrot cage.
What were they arguing about?
I don't know, but Buckwing was sizzling like a hot hamburger. He grabs Craig by the neck like that, see? And drags him over to the letterpress, see? Then he smacks him on the head like that. Then he pokes his coconut into the letterpress, see? Like that. Then he says, I'll squeeze the cider out of your Adam's apple. Then he gives him the works like this. And he keeps turning and twisting. That, ladies and gentlemen, is... What's the matter? You want to kill me?
Why, it's preposterous. When the police broke into the office, they found this woman, the defendant, Gail Tempest, bending over the body of the murdered man with a revolver clutching in her hand.
Which only goes to prove that my client is innocent.
Innocent?
Exactly, and I'll prove it. Ladies and gentlemen, the action of this pistol is so hard, it would take the strength of a mule to pull the trigger. Try it.
I'm no mule. No, your ears are too short. So I'm a mule.
Pull the trigger. Never fear, it's not loaded. How could Gail Tempest's frail little finger pull the rusty trigger of that instrument of destruction?
See, there was nothing in it.
Broad Lane, 9972. After 5 o'clock.
Excuse me. What'd you do with my boutonniere?
Give me that gun.
What happened? Don't point that gun at me. Every man for himself, fellas.
Take it.
There you are, boss. You was called to be a witness, wasn't you?
Certainly.
So was you. What are you butting in for? You're supposed to be a good one, ain't you?
Well, ain't I?
Then what are you disturbing the court for? Get going.
Stop chewing that gum.
Certainly. Will you throw that gum away? Look, I got rid of it. Wait a minute. Hold still. I'll get it. Ow! Ow, my nose! You're in a court, not in the woods, Tarzan. Cut it out. Come on.
Order in this court.
What does this parrot mean by find the letter?
There's a whole pile of letters there. Must be here. Look, there's a note tied to the parrot's foot. Come on, Polly, 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 Polly. Come on, Polly, Polly, Polly. Come on, Polly, Polly, Polly. Come on. Ouch! Look out, here it comes. Catch that parrot. Get him. Hey. Oh, my Stradivarius. Oh, my beautiful Stradivarius. Grab your ear. Come on.
Find the letter. Find the letter.
How'll we get him now?
Let's get some salt and put it on his tail.
That's no way to get a parrot. You gotta wet his feathers so he can't fly.
Oh, don't do nothing until you hear from me.
Come on. Give me a hand. Wait a minute. Hold it. What do you mean?
I object, Your Honor. These proceedings
Robin. I killed Craig Robin, and not with my little bow and arrow. Don't try to find me as I'm shuffling off the buffalo. Signed, Buckwheat. Hooray!
Wait a minute. Just a second now.
Now, ready? Hold it.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. My name is Mike Barnett. I'm looking for the pro. I'm supposed to meet him here.
Are you a member, sir?
No, I'm not. I took some lessons from Mr. Boardman in Sea Island last winter.
Yes, sir.
I was called back here, and Mr. Boardman said I could finish the lessons up here.
Oh.
He phoned and said he could take me around in the mornings early before the members were on the links.
Does the Board of Governors know this, sir?
If you'll tell me where I can find Mr. Boardman, we'll ask him, shall we?
Members. Good morning, miss. Good morning, sir.
Don't worry about me. I'll just wait.
Hello, Jonesy.
Morning, Jonesy. Cup of coffee, Jonesy.
Yes, sir. Going around this morning, sir?
You bet. And brew some magic in it, will you? I'm going to have to kill a few eagles. How about you? No point in sulking.
I'm not sulking. If you want to know, I'm sore.
I gather that. But look, we came out here to play golf. Let's discuss the other thing later.
Let's discuss it right now.
Why don't you go get dressed, honey?
When I'm ready, Uncle. Or have you an order from the court saying I can't do that either? You've got one for everything else. My allowance, my bank account, my friends.
My niece will have one, Jonesy.
You treat me like a child.
You're acting like one.
I'm old enough to pick my own friends and old enough to marry one of them, too, if I want to. I'm 19 years old and this...
Yes, 19. And until you're 21, you'll do just as I say. After that, you can marry any fortune hunter you like. But I can tell you this. You won't be Mrs. Ted Boardman as long as I'm your guardian.
I'll see you on the links.
Did you hear what I said?
I heard you. You said as long as I'm your guardian.
Hey, I'm sorry, Mr. Barnett. I didn't know what time it was. I would have met you at the gate.
They almost made me use the servants' entrance. Swanky bunch of people you work for. What do you teach them? An overlapping grip with a lifted pinky?
You don't teach these people anything. You respectfully suggest.
Well, I came up here for a respectful suggestion about a slice I've developed since I saw you in Sea Island last winter.
I spent more time in the woods than a forest ranger.
Well, that's why I asked you to get up here before the members come out. Oh, I'm allowed to give lessons on the outside, but, well, I'm still a hired hand, and the club has first whack at my talents.
You mean I came all the way up here for a rain check?
No. One of the members had me booked, and this is the only time he could play.
Well, I'm not exactly a man of unlimited leisure myself.
Well, I didn't mean that, Mr. Barnett. I thought you might join us, make it a threesome. I'll watch your game, give you a few pointers, and it won't count as a lesson. You'll still have 2 lessons coming. How about it?
What if you've got a pupil?
This guy's not a pupil. He's an opponent. We're playing for money.
I get it, and I'll be the caddy for your loot. Is that against the rules?
What, gambling with the help? Sure, but you gotta pick up that extra buck. Anyway, they ask for it. Makes them feel like tournament players going against a pro.
I don't think I could stand to watch that happen to a guy 18 times.
He's not too bad himself. He only owes me $2,200 for the season.
Is that all?
Mm-hmm. Here, try one. And today we're playing a double or nothing.
$4,400? Wow. If you ever hit a sand trap, you'd need a bodyguard.
I'm playing Victor Barstow. He's a good golfer, but a bad loser. I'd appreciate your coming along as a referee. I can't afford to lose $4,400.
And Barstow can?
Yeah, but it would kill him to lose to me.
Why?
He hates my insides.
You look as if you could take care of yourself.
If I ever teed off on him, I'd kill him. I think that's what he wants me to do.
What, kill him?
No, hit him. Look, Mr. Barnett, he knows I want this job. He could turn me in for playing for money with the other members, but he's a big loser himself, and it wouldn't look sporting. But he knows I'd be canned in a minute if I ever laid a hand on him.
You mean he's deliberately steaming you up?
I mean this, Mr. Barnett, that if you'd come along to protect him, you'd also be protecting me.
Ted? Oh, Ted.
Excuse me a minute.
Hello, darling.
Hello. Oh, Ted, I'm worried. He's in a...
Mr. Barnett, can you join us a minute? Mr. Barnett, this is Ellen Barstow.
How do you do?
How do
This
you
is Mike
do, Mr.
Barnett from New York. It's her uncle I'm playing with today. I've asked Mr. Barnett to join us.
Oh, would you, Mr. Barnett? I don't know if Ted has told you anything, but I'd be awfully grateful if you'd just go along.
I'd even offered to correct Mr. Barnett's slice for free. That's pretty big for a fortune hunter like me. That's what her uncle calls me.
Well, under the circumstances, maybe I'd better. I mean, I might learn something. When do we start?
Ellen?
Right now.
I thought you were out on the course.
I'm going now. I'm going to play the back 9. I'll see you in the clubhouse for lunch.
Okay, hon. Good shooting.
Thanks. Nice to have met you, Mr. Barnett.
She's having lunch with me.
We'll talk about that later. Oh, Mr. Barstow, this is Mike Barnett. I've asked him to play with us this morning.
You're not a member. You a friend of Boardman's?
I took some lessons from him down at Sea Island last winter. I don't want to horn in.
You can add, can't you?
I think so.
Okay. You could keep score. This is one game where I want to witness, and maybe I could give you a few lessons myself.
I hope you don't mind the caddy cart. The kids don't get out until 9.
Club pampers the help. Caddies keep bankers' hours. Bankers have to push their own sticks.
If you 2 sharks don't mind, I'll take the honor. Probably be the only time I'll have it all day.
Go ahead, son. It's not your money I'm after.
There's a lesson for you, Mr. Barnett. When there's dew on the grass, the greens are slow.
Just give me a 4 on this hole, Barnett.
And a big fat 5 for me.
What do you know about that? The green was wet. What do you say, Barnett? Shall we concede it?
Sure.
Don't be so big-hearted.
You had a six, you know. It's my honor. Where to go? I lost it right by the woods. That's just why we're in the woods. Good distance, but I'm afraid you picked up my slice. There's a hook you can have, too. I'm way off the fairway, off to the left.
I think you'll need your bathing suit to play that one.
A pro. That's where my slice went. You got it. Slicing is from pressing too much. Isn't it, Mr. Pro?
So I sliced. I'll be out of those woods before you ever will.
Well, I'm off here. What do I use if I'm in water? A depth charge?
When you're in trouble, blast.
What do you mean?
Use your sand wedge.
Stand back, Boardman.
Is he dead, Mr. Barnett?
Hole in one. Hand it over. Anything you want to say? Let's go up to the clubhouse.
Not bad. But 1 year in office, I heard. Hasn't been a first degree in this district in 8 years. I get it. And it's airtight. You know, a man could travel to Albany on that. Say that for me, Herb. My wife's keeping a scrapbook. Oh, come in, Mr. Barnett. Here's our star witness. Well, are you comfortable? The state treating you all right?
You ever stayed at the commercial house? I'll bet they gave Boardman a softer bed over at the county jail.
I'm afraid the state's got a less comfortable piece of furniture lined up for Mr. Boardman.
Got a sure case, huh?
This kind.
Doesn't it seem strange to you, Mr. Havemeyer, that since Barstow was killed, Boardman has never once made a statement?
What could he say? If he opens his mouth, he's committing suicide. You ought to know that. After all, you're the one who caught him in the henhouse with his hands full of feathers. Oh, the reason I asked you to stop by, since the inquest, has the defense been in touch with you in any way?
No, they haven't been near me.
Still figures, Herb. It's their privilege, you know. But they've been avoiding all the other witnesses, too, and they've just barely looked at the evidence. You know why?
Just a guess, they're not going to try to fight facts. They're going to let you throw the punches, and they're going to roll with them. And when your tongue's hanging out, they're going to step on it. Surprise change of plea, not guilty by reason of insanity.
You should have been a lawyer, Mr. Barnett. As a matter of fact, they've got a Dr. Winkler in town now. I think he's their surprise punch. You ever hear of him?
Winkler? No, I don't think so.
Well, doesn't matter, because I got a little counterpunch all ready for him. Now, the defense doesn't know this, but I've got 2 psychiatrists stashed over at my brother's house. They both examined Boardman, and no matter what this Dr. Winkler says, they can testify that he was and is just as sane as Judge Davis.
Well, as you say, Mr. Havemeyer, I'm no lawyer. But the defense counsel is, and a good one.
That Leonard fellow from New York? Well, no offense, Mr. Barnett, but Boardman is foolish to face a jury of Hale County farmers with a downstate lawyer.
Have you ever seen him in action? Well, I have, and that downstate lawyer could get an acquittal for John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah, well, you just let us worry about the strategy. Then you admit, Miss Barstow, that you and your uncle had many quarrels over the attentions paid to you by the defendant?
Yes.
Well, I don't think the jury heard that.
Yes.
As your legal guardian, did your uncle have the authority to withhold your inheritance if you married without his consent before the age of 21?
Did.
But in the event of his death before that, what would happen to the money?
It, would revert to my complete control on my 19th birthday.
How old are you, Miss Barstow?
19.
Thank you, Miss Barstow. And from what you could overhear, Mr. Barnett, what was Miss Barstow's reply?
She said, I heard you as long as you're my guardian.
And did she repeat any of this to Mr. Boardman?
She met Mr. Boardman outside while we were on the practice green. I have no knowledge of what she said to him.
But she did speak to him. And after that, what was his manner?
He seemed upset, more so than before.
And then you asked Mr. Boardman, just before he and Mr. Barstow went into the woods, how you should get out of a difficult position. And what did he say?
He said, whenever you're in trouble, blast. He was less than a foot from the body, and he was holding a pistol from which only one shot had been fired.
Could you identify this pistol?
It was an Ariba, a Spanish gun, 6.35. It corresponds to our 25 caliber. The serial number was 14-14-55.
Is this the gun?
It is.
And now, Mr. Coroner, will you identify the exhibit that you have in your hand?
This is the bullet that I removed from the body of Victor Barstow.
I submit this in evidence.
It was fired at close range from a 25 caliber pistol. The prisoner wouldn't admit to ownership of the gun, but we checked and found that a permit had been issued to purchase and carry a weapon of that serial number.
And to whom was it issued?
Theodore Boardman.
Theodore Boardman, the state has established intent, method, motive, and opportunity. 4 accusing fingers of indisputable evidence, and they point directly at you. Can you deny any of it?
The defendant does not have to answer that. He has already pleaded not guilty.
That's all right, Your Honor. I don't deny anything.
That is all. The counselor from New York may have the witness.
Your witness, Mr. Leonard.
The defense waives all right of cross-examination. The defense also excuses the witness. Your Honor, gentlemen of the jury, the distinguished prosecutor of Hale County has presented you with some hard facts. Incontrovertible, immutable facts. We don't dispute them. We accept every single one of them, and we want you to accept them too. But a true verdict must be based on all the facts. If only one fact is missing, justice can miscarry. We wouldn't want that to happen, would we? Call Dr. Ernst Winkler to the stand.
Dr. Ernst Winkler.
Here it comes. When do we spring our doctors?
The whole truth.
They in the hall outside?
So help you God.
I do.
Dr. Winkler, you are not a medical man, are you?
No, sir, I am not. I received my doctorate in physics at Leipzig University in 1922.
And what do you do now, Doctor?
For the last 12 years, I have been head of the ballistics laboratory for the International Police Organization in Geneva.
And ballistics includes, among other things, the science of firearms identification, does it not?
That is correct.
On the 12th of this month, you were permitted to examine a certain bullet, Exhibit A. You also fired a test bullet from this pistol, Exhibit B. After scientific tests, the record of which I submit, what conclusion did you arrive at, Doctor?
That this bullet was not fired from this gun.
The defense rests.
Well, it's you. You come to laugh at the hayseed lawyer who was going to tie the can on the downstate slicker? Well, I deserved it.
You won't believe it, but I think you made a good case.
Thanks. The only trouble is I got the wrong defendant.
I suppose you think it was the girl.
Look, when an innocent man won't defend himself, he's shielding someone. She had as much motive as he did.
Only she didn't do it.
How do you know?
I was there, remember? From where I was in the fairway, I had a clear view of the woods. If she'd gone in there, I'd have seen her. You were right the first time.
Boardman? But I haven't got a case.
Leonard knew that. That's why he went to trial.
But why? He could have had the indictment tossed right in my face.
Now he had to get Boardman tried so he could get him acquitted for lack of evidence. If the judge throws your case out tomorrow, Boardman's free and he can't be tried again for the same charge.
Double jeopardy. Oh, if I'd only had that gun tested.
If it's any comfort to you, Leonard made the same mistake you did.
What do you mean?
He got overconfident. He rested his case instead of moving for dismissal. The judge gave you 16 hours to get a conviction.
Yeah, 16 hours to get out of town is what it sounded like.
You may not be so far out of town.
Huh?
Maybe just about as far as the golf course.
I don't get you.
I still think the answer is out there somewhere. You want to come with me?
Well, where are you going?
You had to run for office, didn't you? A little walk won't hurt you.
What are we doing here anyway? This seems...
Give me your club scorecard, will you, Sonny?
Yes, sir. Want a caddy, sir?
Good idea. We may need a witness.
But where are your clubs?
We're going to play this round with a pencil. You got one?
What are you going to do?
I got an idea that Barstow's last game of golf was very well planned. If I can just recall the game hole by hole, we may know what the score really was.
All right, what happened here?
Barstow took a 1 putt for a 4. I took a 5. Boardman took a miserable 6.
Huh? He must have been using your pencil for a putter. This is a 4-3 hole.
Yeah, he's a professional. He's used to playing the course every day. How would a man who usually plays the first 6 and 3 under par suddenly go 3 over par? The easiest hole in the course.
I don't know, unless he did it deliberately. But why would he want to lose the hole?
Maybe he wanted to give Barstow the honor. Maybe he wanted to let his victim take the first shot off the next tee.
The 8th? Why, that's the last hole Barstow ever played. Wasn't this where Barstow shot into the trees?
Yeah. And if Boardman noticed his consistent slice, he must have known he would. But just to make sure, he gave Barstow the honor.
Well, from here to those woods, that's a bad slice.
It is. And for a top-flight golfer like Boardman to make one, it'd have to be intentional.
What about you?
Well, I made it easy for him. I hooked way off to the left into the water. That put Barstow and Boardman in the rough with no witness.
Wasn't he taking a risk having you along at all? Why did he do that?
What he needed was a material witness, not an eyewitness. Somebody who'd give you enough circumstantial evidence to convince you had a case without bothering to do what we're going to do now.
Which is what?
Search those woods.
But the police searched these woods.
Yeah, but they didn't know what they were looking for.
Well, what are we looking for?
A couple of things. Now, let's see. As I recall, Boardman's ball landed about here. From where I was over there, I watched him chop his way out. Then I heard a pistol shot, and I came over here and saw Barstow laying dead, Boardman standing over him with a pistol hand.
Which pistol, if you recall, had nothing to do with Barstow's death?
He could have carried 2 pistols in here. One to kill Barstow, and the other with an exploded cartridge in it for me to find.
Yeah. What would he do with it?
If he'd have thrown it away, the police would have found it. He didn't have time to bury it before you got here.
Why not? He had the perfect tool.
What?
A sand wedge. When you blast out of a lie like this, you dig a divot the size of a toupee. So any conscientious golfer always replaces a divot. That way the turf can take root again, and after a while you'd never know it had been removed unless...
Unless what? A pistol, and the same kind that Boardman had.
A divot makes a hole. A hole's a handy thing to have when you want to hide that extra pistol with the incriminating barrel marks and personal fingerprints that DAs love so well.
I better have this photograph before I move it. Son, I want you to go over to the club, call the courthouse, ask the assistant to... Son, I said... Hey, Mr. Barnett, what are you looking for?
It's okay, I found it. Mike Barnett, private investigator, duly licensed with the sovereign state of New York. If you tune in on this same channel next week at the same time, you'll see another exciting case reenacted from my private files. Many of the situations have been fictionalized, but what you will witness will be portrayed substantially as it happened, and acted on the spot where it happened. You will witness what occurred in each case when I was assigned to follow that man.
Saddle up, saddle up, saddle up, saddle up, saddle up. This is the story of 26 men who rode the Arizona Territory. High is the glory of 26 men whose courage helped to build the territory. 26 men who saddled up and then rode out to answer duty's call. 26 men who lived to ride again and fight for the rights and the liberty of all. This is the story of 26 men enforcing law within the territory. Praise be the glory of 26 men who rode the Arizona Territory. Ride on, ride on, ride on.
26 men, carefully chosen for their courage and ability, formed the Arizona Rangers. Fame and public acclaim was not their objective. This is perhaps why the story of these 26 men has never been told until now. This was Arizona Territory at the turn of the century, a sparsely settled raw frontier, terrorized by bands of desperados who operated in open defiance of local peace officers. You leave at once for Nogales. Report to Lieutenant Foster. He'll have your orders.
Yes, Captain.
What about the trouble in Wilcox, Captain Ryan?
Just a moment, please. Ferguson, feud between the cattlemen and sheepmen has broken out again in Holbrook. Put a stop to it.
Yes, Captain.
We need help too, Captain. Are you going to send rangers to Wilcox or aren't you?
I don't have anyone available at the moment, Mr. Miller.
But you just sent men to other districts.
Those are critical points.
The situation in my town is just as critical. It's overrun by a power-crazed tyrant and his gunslingers. They've got a stranglehold on Wilcox and everything around it.
But can't you businessmen get together and appoint a marshal?
We did, a couple of years ago.
He lasted 2 weeks. I tried to arouse the people through my newspaper. It was blown up.
Mr. Miller, the legislature gave me 26 men to patrol the entire territory, 112 settlements, miles of unprotected border. Right now, I have only 25, and good recruits are hard to find.
Captain Briding, I'm a newspaper man. I know your reputation. You took on a job that nearly everyone thought was impossible. The bringing of law and order to this territory. You're succeeding. But I honestly believe that my town is just as important to this territory as any of the others.
I agree with you, Mr. Miller. And I'll take care of the problem when I can.
That may be too late, Captain.
Something's got to be done, Corporal, even if I have to go myself.
You mean about Wilcox, Captain?
The sign outside says you need rangers. I want to join up.
Why?
I had a little spread over near Granger, and I went broke. I need a job.
You could find an easier one. Being a ranger isn't all it's cracked up to be. Sometimes you're in the saddle 48 hours. No sleep, bad food. Picked on by unhappy citizens and shot at by outlaws. You furnish your own horse, arms, and equipment. The enlistment is for 4 years, and the pay is $50 a month.
In spite of that recommendation, I'll take it. My name's Clint Travis.
There are 4 major requirements. Honesty, horsemanship, a fast gun, and the nerve to enforce the law without fear or prejudice. Come on outside. See what you can do. You're not joining a circus. What would you do if an outlaw's bullet smashed into you while you were showing off? Like this. Corporal, I'm leaving for Wilcox. I'll be gone 3 or 4 days. If Rangers, Holmes, and Webbs come in, transfer them to NACO.
Yes, Captain.
Still want to be a ranger?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Captain.
Yes, Captain.
This is the story of 26 men who rode the Arizona territory. High is the glory of 26 men whose courage helped to build the territory. 26 men who saddled up and then rode out to answer duty's call.
Hold it. Look at those tracks.
And the liberty of all. This is the story of 26 men enforcing law within the territory. Praise be the glory of 26 men who rode the Arizona territory.
Blood. You see anything strange about these tracks?
Nothing much. Several horses made about 2 hours ago.
Yeah, you're right. But the riders dismounted. One of them was dragged away. Look over there. There's Sam Miller. Any wounds on him?
No.
One shell's been fired.
Could have shot one of the men who jumped him.
Yes. And a man with a gunshot wound shouldn't be hard to trace. Get the horses. Body on the porch.
Sorry, we're not open for business. The bartender isn't here.
You're Lola Johnson?
That's right.
If you own this place, you must know nearly everyone in town.
Suppose so, but why the questions?
I want you to identify someone.
Certainly, if I can.
It's a body.
It's Sam Miller.
We found him hanging from a tree just outside of town.
Sam should have known they'd get him. After what happened to his newspaper.
Who'd get him? I'm Captain Tom Reining of the Arizona Rangers.
Arizona Rangers?
If any of you people have information that'll help this case, don't be afraid to talk. The law will protect you. Did Miller have any relatives?
A wife and 2 children.
Miss Johnson, will you notify the widow?
Wasting your time pulling off those boards.
I don't think so.
You heard Big Red. We don't want anybody butting into our business.
Maybe you'd like to be the first to try and stop us.
That's a good idea. The more I think of it, the better I like it. Look at him shake, Red. He's got a fast gun and a big mouth, but no guts to back him up.
I'm notifying you that the law's at Wilcox to stay. Don't forget it.
That office will be boarded up before the weekend is out. All right, Curly.
You'll never pull your gun again unless you use it.
But I never drew on a man before. I couldn't pull the trigger.
Yeah, I know. It happens that way sometimes. You'll get over it.
But the thought of killing a man...
You don't always have to. If a man's mounted, smash an elbow. If he's on foot, a bullet in the shoulder will knock him down and you can disarm him. But don't ever fight with your fists. You could cripple your gun hand. Then every 2-bit gunslinger would choose you and you wouldn't have a chance.
I guess after what happened outside, I don't stand much chance of getting into the Rangers.
Man's entitled to make a mistake, provided it doesn't affect anyone but himself.
You'd do me an honor if you'd reconsider.
We'll talk about it later. Let's get this place cleaned up. Travis, put the horses away and make arrangements for rooms at the hotel.
Yes, Captain.
You don't seem to be enjoying yourself, Lola. Relax, baby.
Either of you have any idea who killed Miller? You had a pretty good motive, Monahan. He was trying to bring law to Wilcox. You didn't want it.
I still don't. Look, Captain, when I first rode into this town, it was nothing but a spot in the road. When my cattle outfit grew, so did Wilcox. There wouldn't be anything here if it wasn't for me.
And you broke every small rancher in the valley you got in your way.
Business is business.
Not if it includes murder.
One little friendly advice, Captain.
Well, I'm always willing to listen.
Then pull out of here. May not be today or tomorrow, but they'll get you if you stay.
Who do you mean, they? Miss Johnson, doesn't law and order mean anything to you?
I'm getting along all right without it.
What about the rest of the people? Do they have any churches? Any schools for the children? No. I guess you don't care. As long as your cash register keeps ringing.
Hello, something I can do for you?
Did you treat anyone today for a gunshot wound?
Who are you?
Captain Reining, Arizona Rangers.
I haven't had a patient in over a week. In fact, business is getting so bad, I'm thinking of leaving.
Yeah. Nice, quiet town, eh?
Yep, that's it. Nice and quiet.
Doc, you're lying.
I beg your pardon?
These instruments were used today. Who was it?
I'm not as neat as I used to be.
Our rooms, Captain Reining.
No, why not?
The proprietor says they're all taken.
That's true. Big Red reserved them all for his men.
Well, then unreserve a couple. On the front.
I can't do that. I have to live here.
We'll be back in a little while for the keys. Come on, let's get some food.
We're sure popular around here.
And things will be worse before the better. Well, we'll have a home-cooked meal out of some cans and wait for him to make the next move.
Mighty quiet down there this morning, Captain.
Big Red meant what he said. It's a showdown. You wait here. You might get yourself killed.
But, Captain...
You have your orders.
about the other one?
Still at the hotel. On the porch.
Curly, maybe you'd enjoy handling this.
You're a fool, Red. You're not up against two men. Now you're fighting 26 Rangers.
I run this town, Lola. Nobody's going to change it.
I suppose that's why Sam Miller was hanged.
Who's a troublemaker?
Look, Red, I've tolerated you and your gang because I figured money was money and I wasn't particular where it came from, but no more. I still have some self-respect left. I'm not going to sit by while you commit another murder.
You have no choice. Get over to the bar.
The rest of you stay where you are and don't turn around. Starting right now, the Emporium will be closed on Sunday.
Wait a minute.
I ought to close you down permanently. Mr. Monahan, you stay where you are. You other men leave, 2 at a time. Toss your guns on the corner table as you go out. From now on, the carrying of firearms in city limits is prohibited. And I'm warning you to behave peaceably. My partner's outside.
That's a big help. He's probably hiding under the porch.
The table and drop your gun. I said drop your gun. What's the matter with your arm?
Had an accident. My horse fell with me.
Outside. We'll stop at the doctor's office first, Monahan. You better come along too, Miss Johnson. I want to ask you some questions. Doc, Mr. Monahan's going out of circulation. Now let's start all over. Is this the man you treated?
Yeah, he was shot. He came to my office just a few hours before you got into town.
So you had an accident. So this empty shell came from Sam Miller's gun. Before he was hanged, he wounded one of the men who grabbed him. That man was you, Mr. Monahan. You're under arrest.
They never hold me, Captain. My men will tear this place apart.
Miss Johnson, do you know your legal status as an accessory to the commission of a crime? Just in case the meaning isn't too familiar, let me explain. Anyone who aids and abets a felony with intent to defeat justice is as guilty as the person who actually committed the crime.
I didn't know anything about it.
You knew he was using your place to set me up as a clay pigeon?
There was nothing I could do.
I'm not so sure. You know Mr. Monahan pretty well.
But what if I did? That doesn't prove anything.
Men have a habit of confiding in their close friends.
Maybe I used to be, but no more. Miller was fighting you through his newspaper. You admitted to me you killed him.
You miserable...
Captain Reining, we want to talk to you.
Doc, keep him covered.
Turn Big Red loose, or you're going to be minus a ranger.
Drop him, Curly. I don't want to have to shoot you in the back.
You ain't shooting anybody. These guns have hair triggers. The slightest jar will set them off. I'm going to swap you this yellow belly for Big Red. Step off the porch. Now for the other one.
I did just as you told me to. I shot him in the shoulder, then disarmed him.
You're learning. Right on your feet. And write a letter to the governor. Tell him the trouble at Wilcox has been straightened out. Big Red Monahan and 4 of his men have been indicted for the murder of Sam Miller. They're being transferred to the capital for trial. Never ends, Corporal. Apaches on the warpath, riots at the Great Western Copper Mines, raids on the cattlemen near Bisbee. Travis, how soon can you be ready to travel again?
In about 30 minutes.
Good. Get your horse ready. The corporal will have your orders ready by that time.
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Captain.
Travis. Good luck.
Thank you, Captain.
This is the story of 26 men who rode the Arizona Territory. High as the glory of 26 men whose courage helped to build the territory. 26 men who saddled up and then rode out to answer duty's call. 26 men who lived to ride again and fight for the rights and the liberty of all. This is the story of 26 men enforcing law within the territory. Praise be the glory of 26 men who rode the Arizona Territory. Ride on, ride on, ride on.
Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the Roseville Avenue Armory in Newark, New Jersey. This is Joe Hafford speaking and greeting you on behalf of Ken Nidell. We're about to go into the 7th period with a score tied at New Jersey 10 and Philadelphia 10. This is the second game in the current series with Philadelphia winning the first game, and of course it's anybody's game right at this particular moment. We're coming up for a very colorful phase in the roller derby, the changeover, and skating for New Jersey will be number 61, Bobby Burns. Number 68 will be Virginia Domster. They're coming on the track right now. Number 60 is Monta Jean Payne. Number 65 is Norma Rosner. And number 64 is Millie Bruno. That's the New Jersey team. They're wearing orange jerseys, black shoulders, white numbers. I'll give you that Philadelphia team after this jam, and here to bring you the action is Ken Nidell.
All right, up in front, moving in, Bobby Burns again. Burns has been used a lot out here tonight, offensively, by the Boston, New Jersey team. Followed by the blonde filly from Philly, Bobby Johnstone, and they rock and roll. Johnstone takes over the lead now. Number 61, Bobby Burns moves in there. 10 and 10, all tied up out here at the Roseville Armory, Roseville Avenue in Newark, New Jersey, where the series just got started last night between Philadelphia and the Boston, New Jersey team. It's a nice setup out here. All these seats are right on top of the track. Real chummy. 61 up in there now. Johnstone racks one up in there on little Bobby Burns as he took it. Now Burns is going to come up there and rocker. Down he went. Nice block. Chattanooga, Tennessee, 23 years of age. Nice looking little gal. Bobby comes in. You see her glance up at the clock? That's what we were talking about a little while ago. How the skaters watch that clock because they got to get in there. There's 45 seconds to go now. Bird's got plenty of time. He's coming in on Johnstone, who he knocked out of the play a moment ago. Johnstone back in the blocking spot. Number 35, the captain of the Philadelphia team, blocks back Burns. Down goes Burns, the leading jam skater down, stops it up. No score in that one, and trainer Freddie Cohen steps over the track and lifts up in there. And Joe, I want to mention that we've received over 5,000 letters from our fans on our network telling us names and nicknames for the teams in the league, the 6 teams in the league. We told them that they could write to the home office, roller derby office, Madison Square Garden, New York City, New York, and select a name, a nickname for their favorite team of the 6-team league. And over 5,000 letters have come in, and of course the winners are going to receive official roller derby skates, the same skates the champions use, as prizes. Now the contest ends January 1st, so anybody that hasn't sent in the nickname they want to select for their team, any one of the 6 teams in the league, they can still do it, provided they get their letter in the mail before January 1st. And, of course, they send it to Madison Square Garden, Roller Derby Office, New York City, New York.
Skating for Philadelphia is number 32, Betty Jo Harris. 33 is Laura Stoss. 35 is Captain Bobby Johnstone. 37 is Kay Verba. And 39 is Donna Jean Cox. Action down there. Here's Ken.
All right, up in front, moving in, Millie Bruno. Bruno on the loose now. Bruno moving in there, followed by Kay Verba. Verba, number 37, up in the lead for Philadelphia. Little Millie Bruno, local New Jersey girl, moves in there. She's the pride and joy out here. This gal has come a long way since her first race in roller derby action. Verba staggered into the rail. He was hit hard by this little gal, and she just could never get her momentum back to keep her on the track. She scooted along and hit the rail, as you well see. Here she comes to play now. Bruno out there all alone. She's a lone jammer. She's a potential scorer coming in for the New Jersey team. If she passes any member of the Philadelphia team in the striped jersey, she would score. And coming up first to try to score, or the girl she's going to try to score over first, rather, is number 37, Verba, who she knocked into the rail a moment ago. Verba says, come on, see her use that right hand, and she blocks her. Bruno trying to get it on the outside now, can't do it. Nice blocking by Verba. Verba slowing down on Millie Bruno. Bruno trying to get by there. Can't do it. Good defensive play on the part of Kay Verba. Verba's a big gal. You can see the difference in size between these two. Bruno's a little bit of a gal. Verba boxer again, plenty of time, but Bruno's having a lot of trouble, and she's in a rail. No score, 10-10 tied up out here in Newark, New Jersey.
Well, fans, you know how the roller derby goes. Just to refresh your memory again, the idea is to lap the opposition. If you pass 1 or 2, it's 1 point. 3 or 4, it's 2 points. If you pass 5, it's 5 points. Jam is 2 minutes. The length of it is 2 minutes. The maximum length, the skating period is 15 minutes. That jam is over if the leading jam skater falls or leaves the track with both skates. In case of an official timeout, that jam ends. Or if the leading jam skater places his hands on his hips, or by penalties. Penalties are handed out for holding, illegal blocking, unnecessary roughness, and in cases of severe roughness and insubordination, a 5-minute penalty is handed out, and in case you get too tough, bing, you're out of the game. Just as simple as that. All right, that buzzer sends them on their way. Here's action, here's Ken.
All right, Millie Bruno has it again, and up comes Kay Verba. Well, these scouts are about even on what they did to each other. When Bruno hit Verba so hard, she went on the rail, and then Verba come around and did the same thing to Millie, but now here they go again. Rock'em sock'em action on the big bank track. Down they both go. The jam has stopped up. The leading jam skater's down, stopping up 10-10 to score, and now Joe Hassel.
Well, you know, watching this makes me thirsty for a tall, cool glass of black, Milwaukee's finest beer.
I'm from Milwaukee, and I ought to know. It's the same old story wherever you go. This is the tune you will always hear. Blatch's Milwaukee's finest beer, 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 beer.
Victor McLaughlin says, take it from me. Blatch's Milwaukee's finest beer. I've lived there. I ought to know.
All right, we're ready for action here. The girls are skating around, waiting for that buzzer to sound, which will send them on their way. Shot what you're looking at is as the skaters move into our cameras, which 2 of them which are set at the far turn, and they skate right into it and then skate away from it. buzzer tells them to get going, to get on their way. 8 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the 7th skating period. And the score, New Jersey 10, Philadelphia 10. Time for lots of roller derby yet. Time for lots of action, and you'll see it. On their way.
On her way and rolling, Bobby Johnstone, the blonde filly from Philly, takes out. There she goes. Had a little trouble with the track a couple of times there. Just kind of straightened it out again. They're rolling. Full speed ahead. There goes Bonnie Jean Payne, the captain of the New Jersey team out there, and she's hit by Bourbon, hit hard. Then Bourbon takes one from Edie Branham, and Branham gets one right back. Man, how these gals can rock with those blocks. It's the only known sport where men and women are placed on an equal basis, where you have an offense and a defense where blocking is concerned. There are other games when girls play men's rules, but not like in roller derby, because out here, man, they put it out. Those men in the infield now waiting for their turn to skate the next big period, the big period of the night, the last period, have all the confidence in the world in their teammates on this track, because the girls' score is added with the fellas, and it's up to the gals of these two teams now to battle it out. They're doing it. There's Johnstone moving in. Bobby rolls down that straightaway now. Notice how Bobby's built. And slim hips and big shoulders. She throws that weight in there, brother, something's got to give. And it's usually the other guy, or the other gal, I should say. Johnstone can rock. Here she comes now around the outside. Bonnie Jean Payne. Hitting up on Johnstone, slowing her down. 30 seconds to go. Bobby Johnstone with a chance for a 1, 2, or 5 corner. Passes one. Past Bonnie Jean Payne, but now down she goes. Bonnie Jean knocked her down with a beautiful block. No score in that one. Good defensive play on the part of Bonnie Jean Payne. But a point was gained on a nice play by Johnstone to make the score 11-10, and Philadelphia in a seesaw battle goes out in front again over the New Jersey team.
That's what it's been all night. A very closely waged battle. Nobody has taken any great advantage. You always get the feeling that the explosions are about to start, that nobody is going to run away from anybody. They seem to be saving themselves for that last-ditch effort, which is one of the big things in roller derby. In other words, it's a case of saving all your guns for that final blast. I'll never forget one night, we had about 20 seconds left, and I had mentioned to Ken that I didn't think there was enough time for a score, and bing, before I could say something, players went down like 10 pins. One skater got around in those few seconds and racked up enough points to win the game and pull his team from behind out in front. All right, action on the track, Ken.
All right, Bonnie Jean Payne out on the loose, but right behind her, 3 members of Philadelphia. Bonnie Jean may try to outskate him, or she may cut it off. No, she cuts it off, stopped it up. Placed her hands on her hips, which is a privilege of any leading jam skater, as Philadelphia broke loose from the blocking of the New Jersey team in the pack, and Bonnie Jean didn't have a chance. She stopped it up, playing heads up. There's a nice close-up of Bonnie Jean Payne. Well, you friends, don't forget 2 big meets right here in this eastern area. One going on right now at the 9th Regiment Armory over in 14th Street in Lower Manhattan, and good seats are available for tomorrow night and the big night, New Year's Eve, Saturday night. All you got to do is call Judson 64646. That's Judson 64646 right now. Remember, you Blacks fans, let's get with it and come out and see it over here in Newark, New Jersey at the Roosevelt Armory. And you can call that number too. It's Humboldt 56494. Humboldt 56494. Call it right now in Newark, New Jersey. Here they go. Out of the jam. Break it away. Number 67, Edie Branham. Branham moves in there. And number 35, Bobby Johnstone moves in with her. Coming in there too is Doris Doss and Bonnie Jean Payne. Hey, look at that block. Down goes Doss. Shooting alone. Doss with a nice block in there. Now Johnstone's out number 2 to 1 by Edie Branham and Bonnie Jean Payne. Bobby Johnstone up in there now. Block back slowed down by Bonnie Jean. Bonnie Jean blocking beautifully, leading Branham loose. Look at that blocking by Payne. Popular captain of the Boston, New Jersey team. Upon Johnstone slugging. Oh, look at Bobby cry. Here comes Branham moving in now. She is the one that can come in and do some damage here to the Philadelphia team, who's leading by 1 point, 11-10 over New Jersey. Branham coming in there. There's 3 minutes and 42 seconds to go in this skating period. And there's a minute down, 1 to go. 1 goes down. Betty Joe Harris was knocked down. Branham gained 1 point. Comes in trying to gain more. Doris Doss, the big gal, back there to block out on Branham. Branham has 2. Knocks Doss down. Foul on Branham. No. The jam is over. The leading jam skater being penalized. An illegal block on the part of Branham, but Branham gained 1 point by passing the fallen skater
Betty Jo Harris, and she did get the 1 point, but she fouled out, and the jam was stopped when the leading jam skater receives a penalty. And the score now, Joe, is tied up at 11-11.
You betcha. 11-4 New Jersey, 11-4 Philadelphia. And there's Edith, and she is really mad. But the official detected that one perfectly. She grabbed a hold of one of the girls and pulled her down. Of course, it's the old trick just like in basketball. If you're jumping for a ball, it's a quick grab. You pull them down, you out-jump them, and that's what Edith was trying to do. She was trying to get the jump on the skater to pass. And when she hit Doss, she pulled her down. Not thinking that the officials would see that infraction. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left to skate in the 7th period. Regulation time is 8 periods, as you know, but in case it's all tied up at the end of 8 periods, it goes into sudden death overtime, with the men and women alternating in 5-minute periods. And our first team to score is the winner. All right, there they go on what may well be the last jam of the 7th period, Ken.
All right, number 64, Millie Bruno of the New Jersey team breaks out. Bruno on the loose now. Dolores Doss of Philadelphia trying to follow in there, but Bobby Burns steps up in there and says, no, you're not going no place. So slow down here. Doss tries to get loose, and little Bobby Burns is after again, and little Millie Bruno is in the lead for the New Jersey Boston team. Number 64 glanced over his shoulder to see what was happening, and she saw her teammates doing a good job in slowing down Philadelphia. Now, notice how number 62, Renee Randall, is slowing down the front of that pack. Randall is a stocky little gal who can block to the left as well as she can block to the right. Bruno hikes around. 45 down, a minute and 15 to go. Millie Bruno in the orange and black uniform for New Jersey. Upping it up. That orange appears gray to us, but that is the uniform right there you're looking at. New Jersey. Down, 1 to go. Bruno coming in now with a chance for a 1, 2, or 5-pointer. If she passes one member of the striped jersey Philadelphia team, she'd gain 1 point. If she passed 3 members, she'd gain 2. If she could pass 5, the entire Philadelphia team, that's the best she can do. She'd gain 5 points. She's got 45 seconds to do it in. Locking back nicely down. Number 34 slowing down in there. Gloria McCullough from Philadelphia slowing down Millie Bruno. Bruno having trouble. And Bruno is slowed down. Beautiful blocking in there by McCullough. Bruno tries hard. Lost a little time there with good defensive play and lost a lot of ground, too. 20 seconds to go now. Monteine Payne is dropping back to try to work on McCullough and try to get her teammate Bruno in there to break this tie. Bruno tries again. Monteine Payne blocking. Down goes Bruno. And they rule a point, an illegal block on the part of McCullough. And now Silver Rich runs over there, Joe, and protests, but the point is good, 12-11. An illegal block, and you can explain that, Joe.
Well, actually, I would say that Millie Bruno had completely passed the girl. She got exactly in front of her. There was no doubt about it. And I think that on the basis of that, referee Ken Gurian made his call. Certainly, if I'd been in the same spot, I would have given that 1 point to New Jersey. In other words, Silver is demonstrating with Elmer Anderson that they were all tangled, but as you saw it exactly as we saw it, that Millie Bruno was out in front, that Gloria McCullough was in the middle, and then the third skater was Monteine Payne, and Gloria McCullough was definitely sandwiched in between them, and Millie Bruno definitely had passed before the point. All right, the score now is New Jersey 12, Philadelphia 11, and we're ready to go into the 8th and final period. Certainly the roller derby has taken Newark the way Black Spear has taken Milwaukee.
Behold, Mysterioso Blatz, outstanding man of mystery. With nothing up his sleeves, you see, and now he has some bottle caps. He throws them up and thrice he claps. Down they come and spell out Blatz, a wondrous thing to see. And here he has upon the table a case of beer with a famous label. And now we'll see if he is able to make these bottles rise. The greatest feat of his career. He brings out not just any beer, but Blatz. This magic man is wise. Now we hear musicians tune and voices hum, and pretty soon there bursts upon us loud and clear that famous song of friendly cheer.
Oh, I'm from Milwaukee, and I ought to know it's the same old story wherever you go. This is the tune you will always hear. Blatz is Milwaukee's finest beer.
All right, on the jam, little Frankie Payne, number 65, local New Jersey boy, moving in there with number 37, Phil Rupp. of the Philadelphia team. One member of each team on the jam now moving in. The pack is roughing in the back there. The big period of the night, 12 to 11. New Jersey leading the Philadelphia team in another great battle out here at the Rossville Armory on Roseville Avenue in Newark, New Jersey. There they go. The pack is rolling. 37 up there now with Joe, or little Frankie Bailey, rather. He looks a lot like Joe Fiote. We call him once in a while Fiote. They're both New Jersey boys. They're both on the same team. Nice block in there by little Frank Bailey. Bailey takes over. Fiote's quite a bit bigger than Frankie Bailey. Frankie holds that lead down now. A minute down and one to go in his jam. On the inside comes the big guy, Phil Rupp. They're roughing in the pack. Rupp takes over the lead. Here's the pack. They're coming in about a quarter lap in the scoring zone. You'll see them. There they come. Moving in. Here they are. Two potential scores moving out of the defensive part of the game. In the back end of the pack, here comes little Frank Bailey moving in now. The blocker back there to try to take care of his elbow. Anderson, the great coach of Philadelphia. Back there throwing up nicely is number 67. And it's Captain Johnny Carp of the New Jersey team. He's blocking Phil Rupp. Rupp is down. Leading jam skater down, stops it up. No score on that one. 12 to 11. And it's New Jersey leading the visiting Philadelphia team. Now, here's some flash information for the family people in the New York area and the New Jersey area. Sunday is family time for roller derby fans. A day when they can take the kiddies to a matinee game, both here in Newark, here at the Roseville Armory, and over in New York at the 9th Regiment Armory on 14th Street in Lower Manhattan. Sunday's games will start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. No game Sunday night. And remember, all kiddies under 12 will be admitted for tax only when accompanied by their parents in the Sunday matinees here in Newark and also over in New York.
Skating for New Jersey, number 62 is Buddy Collins, 64 is Herbie Plump, 65 is Frank Bailey, 67 is Captain Johnny Carp, and 69 is John Lewis. For Philadelphia, 31 is George Vogt, 35 is Buddy Atkinson, 37 is Phil Rupp, 39 is Coach Elmer Anderson, and 40 is Speck Saunders, and being projected out in front is Buddy Atkinson, and here's Ken.
All right, whipped down is Buddy Atkinson, a 1-2-3 shot. Speck Saunders over the elbows, Anderson over to Buddy Atkinson, and Atkinson's on the loose. Atkinson in the candy stripe jersey for the Philadelphia team is moving in. Look at that action. Wow, what a block that was. Speck Saunders was rough with that one. And now, all four members of the New Jersey team are pulling away from the blocking of Philadelphia to pack. Look at him chase Buddy Atkinson. And this New Jersey team is rolling. Look at them go. 1, 2, 3. There's four of them. There they are. Up in front. Number 35, Buddy Atkinson, cut it off. He couldn't outskate four men in New Jersey, and the fans love it here. Look at the expression on the New Jersey fans as they really idolize their team. Joe, that was a nice play on the part of the New Jersey team that time.
Yes, it was. Of course, the Philadelphia team's defense kind of crumbled that time. They could have boxed Frank Bailey. Instead of trying to skate with the four New Jersey men who had broken away, thus making it tougher for Phil Rupp to try to score, they could have tried to box Frank Bailey and picked up a point which would have tied it all up. All right, here we go again. Action on the pack. Ken.
All right, a double whip, a reverse whip. Speck Saunders over to George Vogt, and inside comes Buddy Atkinson again. When you don't do it the first time, well, you try again. And Buddy says, I'll go, and he's out. Speck Saunders, number 40 up there, number 62. Buddy Collins of the New Jersey team breaking loose. Buddy moving after him. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, he almost lost his balance, hit that rail. He missed it, though. Takes a lot of nerve to be a roller derby skater. Of course, they get big dough because they're in big competition. 35 up in there now. Buddy Atkinson holding it down. Buddy Collins moving in after him. Buddy striding, trying to hold that lead down now. And Speck Saunders is controlling the front of the pack, slowing it down. Buddy's whistling now. He says, I'm coming, boys. Get something open up in there for me. Open that hole up. Here he comes. Buddy Atkinson moving in. Coming in. Elbow Anderson blocks up. One is blocked up. Two. He's past three. 2 points. Beautiful play. 2 points racked up by Philadelphia's Buddy Atkinson. Look at Buddy hold his hand up, Joe. And there's the scoreboard. The complexion again changed. 13-12. Philadelphia out in front.
9 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the regulation time. Elmer Anderson that time doing a splendid job along with Atkinson. Buddy had to come whipping through there real quick to score because he was being tailed by a New Jersey player, and he had to come through there, pick up his points, cut the jam off, prevent New Jersey from looping through and also picking up a point. So Philadelphia is now on front 13-12, 8 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the game. Nobody's leaving. Nobody's walking out of this one. This is going to go right right down to the wire. All right, then.
Weather sounds off and rolling. Phil Rupp, Philadelphia, white shoulder stripe. Candy stripe jersey, number 37 out there. Right behind him, moving in is Don Lewis out the New Jersey team. See him throw his hands at his hips and try to cut it off because Georgie Bowe, number 31, moves up there. 3 across the board now. 1, 2, 3. And New Jersey out number 2-1. Lewis tried again. See him? He's down. He hit hard and jumps up like a jack in the box. He's out of the play. He tried hard to cut that one off. He couldn't do it. These two Philadelphia boys are loose. Georgie Bowe without the helmet on, moving in there. Phil Rupp, 37, right behind him. Lewis, no, Johnny Carp is flying. Look at him. Captain Johnny Carp. They call him the whirling dervish. He's rolling out there. He's giving it all. Man, oh man, how much can you give? Now Lewis slowing down on 2 members of the Philadelphia team. Both scores, and Rupp scores, and both cuts it off. 2 points gained by Philadelphia. 1 by Rupp and 1 by George. Both looked around, cut the jam off, placing his hands on the zip line to leave the jam when he saw Johnny Carp moving up on there. Now the score 50-12. Philadelphia leads Joe Hassel.
Well, Ken, I'd like to have $1 tonight for every television spectator who's sipping Blatz, Milwaukee's finest beer.
In Milwaukee, premium beer capital of America, Blatz is the largest selling beer because it's Milwaukee's finest beer.
There's no doubt about it. Blatz is Milwaukee's finest beer. I lived in Milwaukee. I ought to know.
Take a tip from Brian Dunleavy. Try Blatz today.
There's 7 minutes and 18 seconds left in this game with Philadelphia leading 15-12. And you can be sure now that New Jersey will have to pull the stoppers out. 3 points is still a lot of points to pick up the way this Philadelphia team is skating. There's Philadelphia huddling, setting up their patterns. Harold Janowitz, number 34, is in there. 33, Bob Ventnor is also in there for Philadelphia. 40 is Speck Saunders. 35 is Buddy Atkinson. 39 is Elmer Anderson. 67 is Johnny Carp of New Jersey. 61, Sid Harnick. 60 is Big Carl Payne. 66 is Joe Fiore. All right, Ken.
All right, up in front. Bob Ventnor, number 33, moves out for the candy stripe jersey, the Philadelphia team. And don't think this Philadelphia team isn't red hot. You New Jersey fans better come out and see your club. And they need some support with this team in here. This Philadelphia team is rough and tough. Rick Saunders up in there. Saunders taking over the lead now. Sid Harness with him. Number 35, Buddy Atkinson up in there. Blocking back on Big Moose Payne. Sid Harness holds the lead down now. Harness in there. Right behind him, Speck Saunders. There's Johnny Carp, the captain of the New Jersey team, blocking back. Bob Ventnor, number 33, slowing him down. Leaving it up to Speck Saunders and to number 61, Sid Harness. Big, long guy for the New Jersey team. Down goes number 33, Bob Ventnor. And now, Saunders is in a hit with a hard block. Down goes Speck Saunders. A beautiful leaping block in there by Sid Harness. Harness comes in now. The crowd is roaring. Harness moving in now. Coming in the back of the pack. He's the only one who can score after knocking Speck Saunders out of the play. Elbows Anderson back to the block on. Anderson in there. Look at him block back. Harness tries to rough his way through there. Anderson, known to be one of the greatest blockers in the business, has given it to one of the best offensive men in the business. Harness being blocked by Anderson. Anderson slowing him down. 35 seconds to go. Plenty of time. Anderson blocking hard and is getting elbows. Harness is giving him plenty of elbows. And Anderson's giving him plenty. Harness trying to get in there now. He's trying to get by Anderson. Anderson's blocking it back, slowing him down. And coming up in there to cut it off is number 34. A beautiful play on the part of Janowitz. Janowitz came all the way around and to cut that one off, and Anderson did some of the greatest blocking seen in a long, long time on the track, Joe.
Well, I'll tell you one little cute trick there. Sid Harness, as the picture shows, what Harness did is he climbed up the back of Elmer Anderson and kept pounding Elmer on the top of the head with his elbows. So as soon as that jam had ended, Harness skated up in front of Anderson, pointed to both of his elbows, pointing to one and then the other, to say, well, they called you elbows and I gave them to you. He really did too, didn't he? All right, that score hasn't changed. It's still Philadelphia 15, New Jersey 12. Elmer really took a beating that time on the head, but he was trying to gain a little swinging move so that he could go to work with his own elbows. Okay, Ken.
All right, out and rolling. Silver Rich up there. Score 15-12. Philadelphia leading. Rich in a stall game. Cut the jam off. Stopped it up. 4 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the game. Now, you friends in New York, don't forget the big series going on at the 9th Regiment Armory, 14th Street between 6th and 7th in Lower Manhattan. For reservations, call right now. Judson 64646. Judson 64646 in New York. Here they go now. Specs Connors up in front. Specs bringing out beautifully. Moving in there. 3 minutes and 48 seconds. 47 seconds. Speck up in there now with Big Moose Payne. Cut off by Specs Connors. The stall game is on. And New Jersey is going to have a tough time with the clock showing 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go, and the fans are booing. They don't like it. It's the New Jersey crowd out here. And you friends of the New Jersey area, remember the phone number to call is Humboldt 56494. Humboldt 56494. You can call right now for reservations for this here in Newark at the Roseville Armory on Roseville Avenue. Wonderful transportation. Here comes the play. Rich is out on the open. Rich moving in there now. Big Hudson Hayne right behind him. Followed by Sid Harness. 2 against 1 now. And Rich stop again. Stopped it up. 3 minutes and 5 seconds, Joe. They're in a good one.
Yes, they are. And the other surprising part of this thing is that Silver Rich and Sanders and those fellas have been skating for a long time. And, of course, Carl Payne tried to save himself and commit to this to get a part of the game fresh so that he could outskate them, and he is. He can outskate them, but they're standing out in front, giving it everything that they've got, and they're managing to cut these kids off. Now, Payne is at the head of that pack, so watch the strategy right here. Carl is clubs away. They're breaking out in front again. It's Buddy Atkinson, and it's Carl Payne who's now out in front. Payne has gone away from...
All right, Big Moose Payne is loose. Payne got loose on a nice block in there by Roberts. Out in front, but not long enough because he was hit by Sid Harness. And now working on Janowitz. The clock showing 2 minutes and 17 seconds to go. New Jersey team is desperate. Harness blocking back on Janowitz, running on his skates. Now look at him go. Janowitz having trouble now with Harness blocking, and the coach of the Boston, New Jersey team moves on a loose to score. Philadelphia 12 for the New Jersey team. Time left, 1 minute and 56 seconds to go. Time away, 1 minute and 53, 1 minute and 52, 1 minute and 50 seconds. All that's left, and Big Moose Payne has got to get in there. He's got 1 minute and 15 seconds to go, actually, on the jam. That's all he's got on the jam, 1 minute and 10 seconds. There'll be a few seconds left over after this jam is over. 1 minute down, 1 minute to go. There'll be 30 seconds to go after this jam is over. Here comes the play now. Payne moves in on big elbows. Anderson back to the block out. Coming in now. Harness grabbing back to help his coach in there. Payne slowed down by Anderson. Anderson getting away from Harness block, but Harness is going to come out and try to take him out. 45 seconds to go on this jam now. Harness trying to lead him in there. This Philadelphia team has been red hot. Anderson's taking hot. Taking high. A score. He passed one. Trying to get by Specs Saunders now. Saunders, a great offensive man, is passed. Pass 2. Moves in on Silver Rich. He's battling. He's battling. He's trying to get by Rich. He's past 3. He called it too fast. Rich is doing a terrific job. He found Rich. He never did pass Rich. We saw it one way, but the officials were there, and we were sorry that we called that because he passed Rich on a beautiful defensive play, and he gained 1 point in it, 15-14. They gave him 1 or 2 points, Joe.
They gave him 2, Ken. No, they've corrected it. You were right. Yes, sir, you were right, Ken. Because, just as you say, we certainly never did get past Rich. Rich hung over and stayed right in there, and they have now corrected the scoreboard to read Philadelphia 15, New Jersey 13, but they did put up 2 points on there. They ran past the 12, the 13, the 14 to make it 15. But even at that, I'm sure that Philadelphia would have held on to win as they do. Score Philadelphia 15, New Jersey 13. 10.
Well, Joe, it's certainly a game out here. The Philadelphia team is still red hot. That's 2 wins out of 2 here in the Roseville Avenue in Newark, New Jersey. And so the series has got coming up, and we're going to watch and see just how Philadelphia fares against this rough New Jersey team. It's been great being with the Blats fans tonight, and now Joe Hassel.
At New Jersey takes the second game in a row. They lead in games 2-0. Rather correction leads New Jersey in games 2-0, and the score in tonight's game is Philadelphia 15, New Jersey 13. You can multiply this crowd by thousands, and you gain an idea of the enthusiastic demand for Blats Milwaukee's finest beer.
Roller Derby, America's finest sports spectacle, brought to you by Blatz, Milwaukee's finest beer. Where America's finest beers are brewed, Blatz is the leading beer. As folks from Milwaukee will tell you, I'm from Milwaukee. I know. Blatz is Milwaukee's finest beer.
The preceding program, originally telecast by ABC in New York, has come to you by special video recording. This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.
System presents Telephone Time.
Telephone Time with Dr. Frank Baxter. And lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood where the young child was. How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? Miracles have a way of repeating themselves, often in the most unlikely places. This is the story of the Magi, of the three wise men, as it really happened in communist-dominated Hungary shortly before Christmas 1956. Now, this was no Near East Christmas, no Holy Land, but the barbed wire frontier, Iron Curtain country, torn with revolution, flooded with frightened and desperate refugees, smugglers, spies, desperate men, and everybody hoping and praying for a miracle. And we call it A Picture of the Magi.
The names of the three kings were Caspar, Bozar, and
Melchior.
Melchior. And they came from distant lands.
Put the book away.
It's only a child.
You know what will happen if we are caught? Who is it? Big Lloyd. Oh, you gave us a scare.
What else can the communists take from you? Your lives? They've taken everything else. How is my pretty Aranka today?
Did you bring me anything, Uncle Nicholas?
What a question.
It's only a piece of bark.
Magic bark. Whenever you feel bad, you take one smell of that bark and your troubles will disappear. Poof, like that. Time for the broadcast.
You promised to bring me candy.
Candy? That's for Russian children. You're a Hungarian.
We are happy to report that conditions everywhere are once more returning to peace and to normalcy.
Radio Budapest, more lies.
To ensure that these peaceful conditions will continue, it is strongly urged that all farmers make every effort to meet their wheat quotas. The loyal Hungarian farmer will not wish his countrymen to go hungry.
That part is true.
To show its confidence...
Don't be a fool. If we don't give it, our own people will starve.
They'll starve anyway.
This is Free Radio Dunapetla. Free Radio Dunapetla, sponsored by the Freedom Fighters of Hungary.
Trying to get through.
Free Radio Dunapetla. Free Radio Dunapetla, sponsored by the Freedom Fighters of Hungary. You've just heard another assortment of lies.
It's my brother. It's Zoltan.
No, Aranka, you're mistaken.
It is. I heard you say.
No, I said it sounded like Zoltan. Your brother is in Budapest looking for work. Now, if anyone asks you, that's what you must say.
And an iron ring is tightening around our borders.
Yes.
Aranka, why don't you go out to play now?
Yes.
I want to listen.
No, you go over to Hilda's house. They have a new cat over there. If you're lucky, you might get to see it. Aranka.
I forgot my bar.
And more. Warning to all farmers. The Russians intend to raise the already impossible wheat quotas. This is on the most reliable authority.
Combined resistance is the only answer. Without farmers, the communists cannot carry out their plan. They cannot
Picture again?
grain. You must do
She would have been
whatever you
18
can to keep
years
her from
old
the
if she'd
Russians.
lived.
Already their trucks and armored
You're not the
cars
only
are
father
heading
in
out
Europe
to the
whose
countryside to seize
child died.
silence. If you burn your crops or destroy them,
The war killed many children.
we do not ask
I
you
had
to die
only one.
uselessly. Because we are not prepared to fight. You must hide or try to leave the country. Only in this way can the Russian tyranny be broken.
Means another rush to the border. The guards will be doubled, redoubled.
It's getting so an honest smuggler can't make a living anymore.
A living? We can't even get out of the country. We'll leave when the time comes. We're perfectly safe here.
What makes you so sure?
Nobody comes near this old winery anymore. You know, I've been thinking. When a gypsy thinks, it's time to listen. No. What have we been selling so far? Watches, cameras, nylons, fountain
very
pens. Profitable.
Until this stupid revolt started.
And that may not be so bad. Even if it is hard to get fresh merchandise, we can sell the people something else. Something they'll pay a lot more for.
Such as?
If we smuggle people across the border, why, there must be hundreds who would pay. And
Can't be done without bloodshed. I tried it once. I had to kill a border guard. He wanted double the bribe we'd agreed upon. I dislike death. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
You may have to overcome your scruples about killing.
Shh. Maybe he'll go away.
We can't afford to be found here. Put that away.
Hold it.
Oh,
It's only a child. Why have you come here?
it's raining. I was on my way to Hilda's house.
Come in. Come in. Wait a minute.
She can talk.
I'll see that she doesn't.
What are you looking for?
A small payment for security.
There's something wrong with him.
Children are loyal. This gift will buy her silence. Come here. I have here something that will protect you from the rain.
It's pretty.
So are you. It's yours. But first you must promise me to tell no one where you got it. You must tell no one you saw us.
I promise.
Do you know what happens to little girls who break their promises?
They never get to see the Christ child.
That's right. You're a smart little girl. Run on home now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
What's your name?
Melchior. What difference does it make?
Melchior.
Forget that. Forgetting is part of our bargain.
Remember, forget. You never saw us.
You're just like the picture.
Picture? What picture?
She must have seen it on a poster. How big a reward? Ask her.
It's a picture in my storybook. I know who you are.
You do?
You're Balthasar, the dark-skinned one. And you're Kashbar.
I am?
And I know what you're doing.
She knows too much.
Wait. Let her talk. What are we doing?
You're following the star to the east.
East? That's Russia.
And then?
And then you will see Mary and Joseph and the Christ child.
That's right. You realize, in these times, such a mission's dangerous.
I know. My father makes me hide my book.
You must tell no one you saw us. Not your father, not your mother.
I promised.
What's that?
A gift from me to the baby.
Piece of bark.
Magic bark. When you smell it, all your troubles disappear. That's what Uncle Miklos says.
I'll be very sure the baby gets this.
All these wonderful things for him. It's his. I can't take it.
Oh, he won't mind. Besides, you gave him your magic bar.
Thank you. And thank him for me. I wish you a happy journey.
The same to you. Run on home now. Your parents will be worried.
Make sure you tell them nothing, understand?
I understand, Your Majesty.
You know, it works.
All over the world, it was Christmas, 1956, with all the hope and cheer symbolized by this happy holiday. Not in Hungary. Here, it was only the signal for more violence and oppression.
Enemy agents and provocateurs continue with their troublemaking tactics. Citizens are warned. Death before the firing squad will be the swift penalty for all collaborators. Already a group of vicious counter-revolutionaries have been arrested in Dunapentala, the illegal broadcasting station financed by foreign imperialistic powers has been destroyed. All those in charge of this vicious, treasonable operation have been arrested and executed. To all hotheads and agitators, a stern warning. This is the decree of the people's democracy.
Let me in.
Death to traitors. Any effort on the part of reactionary capitalistic tools of the Western powers will find that the people will make short work of their treasonable design.
Turn it off. There won't be any free radio for a while.
We heard.
I have just spoken to Rossi. He brings a message from Zoltan.
Zoltan is dead.
Lies, all lies. Your son is alive. He escaped.
Miklos, where is he?
No one knows where he is. Be thankful for that. But the Russians have found out who he is. Soon they will know you're his parents. You must get out of Hungary at once.
Oh, no. My father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather tilled this soil before me. They can't make me leave.
They don't want you to leave. They'd rather catch you.
All right, let them come. I'll be waiting.
Be sensible, man. Think of her.
They won't harm a child.
Won't they? They'll do anything to capture Zoltan. Don't you understand? You're not important. It's him they're after. But if they hold you, they'll put pressure on Zoltan. They'll use his love for you to make him give himself up.
Miklos is right, I'm told.
How can we leave the country? I don't know where to start, what to do.
We must find a way.
But it's so difficult with a child. We have to have food and shelter. The weather's freezing.
I know some people who can help. If they're still there.
Who?
I can't tell you.
Aranka is becoming impossible. She won't tell us where she got this. She's just full of secrets.
Aranka, who gave you this pretty umbrella? You can tell your Uncle Miklos.
You told me never to break a promise.
Aranka, listen. Sometimes you have to break a promise. Why, these people, they may be Russian agents. Who else would give you such a fine umbrella?
It was a trade. I gave them your magic bar.
Oh, Miklos.
Aranka, I know it's hard for you to understand, but we're in great danger now.
I know.
We can no longer afford to keep secrets from each other.
Tell us, Aranka. Who are they?
I promised. I promised.
We haven't time for this nonsense.
I can't tell you. I can't.
Aranka, please. Can you at least tell us what they look like? Do they belong here? Are they Hungarians like us, or are they strangers?
Strangers.
Strange? You tell us who they are?
No.
I never did this to you before, Aranka.
No,
now it's a question of our lives and her life as well.
No.
She must tell us.
You must, Aranka, you must.
I'll show you their picture.
Picture?
It's here.
I'll teach you to make fun of me.
Wait. So there are 3 of them.
I shouldn't have told you.
They must be Russians. Wolves travel in packs.
No, they're not Russians.
What makes you so sure, Aranka, that they can help?
They can go anywhere. Maybe if I ask, they'll take us with them.
Out
of the country?
Yes, and even farther, much farther.
How can they get out of the country if they're not Russians?
They can. Let me go to them. Let me ask them.
You go no place. You stay right here.
Let her go, Antol.
Huh?
Let her go.
You crazy.
We must find out who they are. We'll follow her. She'll see us. Do as I say. Go on.
All right, you may go. You come back quickly, you hear?
I will.
Antol, you really think she should...
What choice have we?
Don't worry. I'll be safe.
It's the old winery. That's where they are, whoever they are.
She might be in danger.
They didn't hurt her before. Why should they hurt her now?
But maybe they're Russians.
Then why are they in hiding? Why don't they come out and arrest you?
Who knows why Russians do anything?
If you could only take us with you, we wouldn't be any trouble. It doesn't have to be all the way.
Have you told anyone where we are?
No.
You sure?
I promise not to tell.
Well, that's something. We've got to make sure she never tells. Oh, hush. We can't afford to be soft. Your bungling got us into this.
You fool. If it weren't for that child, we'd never know that the Russians intended to search this little village. They'd have been sure to find us. We'd all be...
Melchior's right.
Melchior is always right.
Where is she? My daughter, you have no right to her.
You followed me.
Her uncle.
And after I promised them.
Oh, she lied. She did tell them.
Oh, the gypsy smuggler.
Try to prove it.
My friends, the Russians are on their way here. You can't stay here. You must leave.
What's that to you?
Perhaps you can take the child and her parents with you.
That's out of the question.
Too risky. It means certain death to them if they stay here. Their son was a leader in the freedom fighters. He operated the free radio. The Russians found out.
He's the kind that makes all the trouble. Ruined our business.
Beside the point. I agree and I sympathize. But we can't risk our necks with excess baggage. We can't even take our own merchandise.
Huh? Leave all this?
No, not leave it. Use it. Trade with it. Use it to make good our escape. I know a Hungarian border guard, Josef Lahorst.
That renegade.
True. But he's greedy enough to be trustworthy.
Trustworthy?
I've used him before.
How do we know he won't take our stuff, then turn us over to the Russians?
Because we won't give it to him until we've reached safety.
You expect him to fall for that?
Someone stays behind to guarantee delivery.
You're not leaving me. Or me.
An exchange?
We'll take them with us.
He's out of his mind.
It's the price for his services. The only price. Am I right?
No. Miklos, you can't. What if Josef betrays you?
Betray? No, Antol. He cannot do that without putting a rope around his own neck.
Josef is a greedy man, as I've said. He'll be interested only in the booty. Make sure you hide it well.
Don't worry. But how will I know that he's fulfilled his part of the bargain?
When we've reached safety. When we're across the border, I'll fire a rocket. Watch the sky tonight.
Watch the star. The Star of Bethlehem.
Yes. Yes, Aranka.
50 yards to your right. You can crawl into the barbed wire, but you must keep low. There are Russian patrols everywhere. One never knows where they turn up. We'll keep low. I'm taking a big risk. You've not lied to me about the merchandise?
The smuggler can't afford to break his word. How could I stay in business?
Well, if you have, it'll go badly with your hostage.
Hostage?
Miklos. Don't make a move. Give me a chance to get away. That skunk. It hurts to leave him so much valuable goods.
Our necks are more valuable.
He's a good contact man. I have a plan. Not now.
I worry for Miklos.
You needn't. You worry about your family. Worry about your child.
You don't have to worry at all. Does he, Melchior?
No, of course he doesn't. We're not over the border yet. All right. Let's start.
Yati Bibijo! Who's there?
The dog betrayed us. No, he warned us about the patrols.
Chinia Ubijai.
What do we do now? No. Oh,
They worried too.
one chance. I'll lead them a chase. The rest of you, quickly, after I've drawn them off. They will catch you. You've never caught me before.
Must you leave us?
I'll meet you across the border. Wait for me by the old rock. How long? Until I fire a rocket. If I do, you need wait no longer.
Why are you doing this?
He is a wise king, Father. Have faith.
That's right, little one. You take care of her.
Sтой! Krasnain! Halt! Who is there? Halt! Огонь! За ним! Нас куда мы? Это ты в страну! За ним! Бьем! Я слышу! Иди сюда! Там! Is where we wait? Yes.
I'm cold. How long must we wait for Melchior?
Not long.
Peaceful here.
The star! The star!
We can go now.
But what about Melchior? Where is he?
He's... He's gone to see the Christ child.
Join us for telephone time next week. Until then, we remain sincerely yours, the Bell Telephone System.
The Bell Telephone System presents Telephone Time.
Telephone Time with Dr. Frank Baxter.
And lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood where the young child was. How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? Miracles have a way of repeating themselves, often in the most unlikely places. This is the story of the Magi, of the three wise men, as it really happened in communist-dominated Hungary shortly before Christmas 1956. Now, this was no Near East Christmas, no Holy Land, but the barbed wire frontier, Iron Curtain country, torn with revolution, flooded with frightened and desperate refugees, smugglers, spies, desperate men, and everybody hoping and praying for a miracle. And we call it A Picture of the Magi.
Melchior.
Melchior. And they came from distant lands.
Put the book away.
It's only a child.
You know what will happen if we are caught? Who is it? Big Lloyd. Oh, you gave us a scare.
What else can the communists take from you? Your lives? They've taken everything else. How is my pretty Aranka today?
Did you bring me anything, Uncle Nicholas?
What a question.
It's only a piece of bark.
Magic bark. Whenever you feel bad, you take one smell of that bark and your troubles will disappear. Poof, like that. Time for the broadcast.
You promised to bring me candy.
Candy? That's for Russian children. You're a Hungarian.
We are happy to report that conditions everywhere are once more returning to peace and to normalcy.
Radio Budapest, more lies.
In order that these peaceful conditions will continue, it is strongly urged that all farmers make every effort to meet their wheat quotas. The loyal Hungarian farmer will not wish his countrymen to go hungry.
That part is true.
To show its confidence.
Don't be a fool.
If we...
It's only a child. Why have you come here?
It's raining. I was on my way to Hilda's house.
Come in. Come in. Wait a minute.
She can talk.
I'll see that she doesn't.
What are you looking for?
A small payment for security.
There's something wrong with him.
Children are loyal. This gift will buy her silence. Come here. I have here something that will protect you from the rain.
It's pretty.
So are you. It's yours. But first you must promise me to tell no one where you got it. You must tell no one you saw us.
I promise.
You know what happens to little girls who break their promises.
They never get to see the Christ child.
That's right. You're a smart little girl. Run on home now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
What's your name?
Melchior. What difference does it make?
Melchior.
Forget that. Forgetting is part of our bargain.
Remember, forget. You never saw us.
You're just like the picture.
Picture? What picture?
She must have seen it on a poster. How big a reward? Ask her.
It's a picture in my storybook. I know who you are.
You do?
You're Balthasar, the the dark-skinned one. And you're Cash Bar.
I am?
And I know what you're doing.
She knows too much.
Wait. Let her talk. What are we doing?
You're following the star to the east.
East? That's Russia.
And then?
And then you will see Mary and Joseph and the Christ child.
That's right. You realize, in these times, such a mission's dangerous.
I know. My father makes me hide my book.
You must tell no one you saw us. Not your father, not your mother.
I promised.
What's that?
A gift from me to the baby.
Piece of bark.
Magic bark. When you smell it, all your troubles disappear. That's what Uncle Miklos says.
I'll be very sure the baby gets this.
All these wonderful things for him. This is his. I can't take it.
Oh, he won't mind.
Put the book away.
It's only a child's book.
You know what will happen if we are caught? Who is it? Oh, you gave us a scare.
What else can the communists take from you? Your lives? They've taken everything else. How is my pretty Aranka today?
Did you bring me anything, Uncle Miklos?
What a question.
It's only a piece of bark.
Magic bark. Whenever you feel bad, you take one smell of that bark and your troubles will disappear. Poof, like that. Time for the broadcast.
You promised to bring me candy.
Candy? That's for Russian children. You're a Hungarian.
We are happy to report that conditions everywhere are once more returning to peace and to normalcy.
Radio Budapest,
In order
more
to
lies.
ensure that these peaceful conditions will continue, it is strongly urged that all farmers make every effort to meet their wheat quotas. The loyal Hungarian farmer will not wish his countrymen to go hungry.
That part is
To
true.
show its confidence,
Don't be a fool. If we don't give it, our own people will starve.
They'll starve anyway.
regrettable that their presence was made
This is
imperative.
Free Radio Dunapetla. Free Radio Dunapetla, sponsored by the Freedom Fighters of Hungary.
Trying to get through.
This is Free Radio Dunapetla. Free Radio Dunapetla, sponsored by the Freedom Fighters of Hungary. You've just
It's
heard
Zoltan.
another assortment of lies.
It's my brother. It's Zoltan.
No, Aranka, you're mistaken.
It is. I heard you say.
No, I said it sounded like Zoltan. Your brother is in Budapest looking for work. Now, if anyone asks you, that's what you must say.
And an iron ring
Oh.
is tightening around our borders.
Yes.
Aranka, why don't you go out to play now?
Yes.
I want to listen.
No, you go over to Hilda's house. They have a new cafe over there. If you're lucky, you might get to see it. Aranka.
I forgot my bar.
And more. Warning to all farmers. The Russians intend to raise the already impossible wheat quotas. This is on the most reliable authority. Combined resistance is the only answer. Without farmers, the communists cannot carry out their plan. They cannot
Picture
afford
again?
their grain. You must do
She would have been
whatever you can
18
to
years
keep
old
the
if she'd
Russians.
lived.
Already their trucks and armored
You're not the
cars
only
are
father
heading
in
out to
Europe
the
whose
countryside to seize
child
bread and
died.
silos. If you burn your crops or destroy them,
War killed many children.
we do not ask
I
you
had
to
only
die
one.
uselessly, because we are not prepared to fight. You must hide or try to leave the country. Only in this way can the Russian tyranny be broken.
Means another rush to the border. The guards will be doubled, redoubled.
It's getting so an honest smuggler can't make a living anymore.
A living? We can't even get out of the country. We'll leave when the time comes. We're perfectly safe. When we're across the border, I'll fire our rocket. Watch the sky tonight.
Watch the star. The Star of Bethlehem.
Yes. Yes, Aranka.
Oh, 50 yards to your right. You can crawl into the barbed wire, but you must keep low. There are Russian patrols everywhere. One never knows where they turn up. We'll keep low. I'm taking a big risk. You've not lied to me about the merchandise?
The smuggler can't afford to break his word. How could I stay in business?
Well, if you have, it'll go badly with your hostage.
Hostage?
Miklos. Now, don't make a move. Give me a chance to get away. That skunk. It hurts to leave him so much valuable goods.
Our necks are more valuable.
He's a good contact man. I have a plan. Not now.
I worry for Miklos.
You needn't. You worry about your family. Worry about your child.
You don't have to worry at all. Does he, Melchior?
No, of course he doesn't. We're not over the border yet. All right. Let's start.
Yati Bijo! Who's there?
The dog betrayed us. No, he warned us about the patrols.
Chinia Ubijai.
What do we do now? No. Oh,
They worried too.
one chance. I'll lead them a chase. The rest of you, quickly, after I've drawn them off. They will catch you. They've never caught me before.
Must you leave us?
I'll meet you across the border. Wait for me by the old rock. How long? Until I fire a rocket. If I do, you need wait no longer.
Why are you doing this?
He is a wise king, Father. Have faith.
Miklos, where is he?
No one knows where he is. Be thankful for that. But the Russians have found out who he is. Soon they will know you're his parents. You must get out of Hungary at once.
Oh, no. My father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather tilled this soil before me. They can't make me leave.
They don't want you to leave. They'd rather catch you.
All right, let them come. I'll be waiting.
Be sensible, man. Think of her.
They won't harm a child.
Won't they? They'll do anything to capture Zoltan. Don't you understand? You're not important. It's him they're after. But if they hold you, they'll put pressure on Zoltan. They'll use his love for you to make him give himself up.
Miklos is right, Antol.
How can we leave the country? I don't know where to start, what to do.
We must find a way.
But it's so difficult with a child. We have to have food and shelter. The weather's freezing.
I know some people who can help. If they're still there.
Who?
I can't tell you.
Aranka is becoming impossible. She won't tell us where she got this. She's just full of secrets.
Aranka, who gave you this pretty umbrella? You can tell your Uncle Miklos.
You told me never to break a promise.
Aranka, listen. Sometimes you have to break a promise. Why, these people, they may be Russian agents. Who else would give you such a fine umbrella?
It was a trade. I gave them your magic bark.
Oh, Miklos.
Aranka, I know it's hard for you to understand, but we're in great danger now.
I know.
We can no longer afford to keep secrets from each other.
Tell us, Aranka. Who are they?
I promised. I promised.
We haven't time for this nonsense.
I can't tell you. I can't.
Aranka, please. Can you at least tell us what they look like? Do they belong here? Are they Hungarians like us, or are they strangers?
Strangers.
Strange? You tell us who they are?
No.
I never did this to you before, Aranka.
Now it's a question of our lives and her life as well.
No.
She must tell us.
You must, Aranka, you must.
I'll show you their picture.
Picture?
It's here.
I'll teach you to make fun of me.
Wait.
So there are 3 of them.
I shouldn't have told you.
They must be Russians. Wolves travel in packs.
No, they're not Russians.
What makes you so sure, Ranka, that they can help?
They can go anywhere. Maybe if I ask, they'll take us. My father makes me hide my book.
You must tell no one you saw us. Not your father, not your mother.
I promised.
What's that?
A gift from me to the baby.
Piece of bark.
Magic bark. When you smell it, all your troubles disappear. That's what Uncle Miklos says.
I'll be very sure the baby gets this.
All these wonderful things for him. This is his. I can't take it.
Oh, he won't mind. Besides, you gave him your magic bark.
Thank you. And thank him for me. I wish you a happy journey.
The same to you. Run on home now. Your parents will be worried.
Make sure you tell them nothing, understand?
I understand, Your Majesty.
You know, it works.
All over the world, it was Christmas, 1956, with all the hope and cheer symbolized by this happy holiday. Not in Hungary. Here, it was only the signal for more violence and oppression.
Enemy agents and provocateurs continue with their troublemaking tactics. Citizens are warned. Death before the firing squad will be the swift penalty for all collaborators. Already a group of vicious counter-revolutionaries have been arrested in Dunapentala, the illegal broadcasting station financed by foreign imperialistic powers has been destroyed. All those in charge of this vicious, treasonable operation have been arrested and executed. To all hotheads and agitators, a stern warning. This is the decree of the people's democracy.
Let me in.
Death to traitors. Any effort on the part of reactionary capitalistic tools of the Western powers will find that the people will make short work of their treasonable designs.
Turn it off. There won't be any free radio for a while.
We heard.
I have just spoken to Rossi. He brings a message from Zoltan.
Zoltan is dead.
Lies, all lies. Your son is alive. He escaped.
Miklos, where is he?
No one knows where he is. Be thankful for that. But the Russians have found out who he is. Soon they will know you're his parents. You must get out of Hungary at once.
Oh, no. My father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather tilled this soil before me. They can't make me leave.
They don't want you to leave.
Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the Roseville Avenue Armory in Newark, New Jersey. This is Joe Hafford speaking and greeting you on behalf of Ken Nidell. We're about to go into the 7th period with a score tied at New Jersey 10 and Philadelphia 10. This is the second game in the current series, with Philadelphia winning the first game, and of course it's anybody's game right at this particular moment. We're coming up for a very colorful phase in the roller derby, the changeover, and skating for New Jersey will be number 61, Bobby Burns. Number 68 will be Virginia Domster. They're coming on the track right now. Number 60 is Monta Jean Payne. Number 65 is Norma Rosner. And number 64 is Millie Bruno. That's the New Jersey team. They're wearing orange jerseys, black shoulders, white numbers. I'll give you that Philadelphia team after this jam, and here to bring you the action is Ken Nidell.
All right, up in front, moving in, Bobby Burns again. Burns has been used a lot out here tonight, offensively, by the Boston, New Jersey team. Followed by the blonde filly from Philly, Bobby Johnstone.
Saddle up, saddle up.
swear Captain Dalton that answer is true?
I do.
What is your name?
Gail Tempest.
What is your occupation?
I'm a dancer.
On the night of February the 13th, were you working at the Black Bottom Cafe when this murder was committed?
Yes, but I didn't do it.